Hey, fellow babies. The following program is going to contain some content that you may not like. It's the Pach-Attack. Deal with it. We have a question from Twitter from Dias Ex Machina. Do you consider it ethical? What a great question, ethical. That Bungie is taking pre-orders for Destiny, a game with few details and no release date. Ethical. I apologize, Dias Ex Machina, but that's a lame question. Nobody's forced to buy it, so it's ethical to say our game is $60. If you want to buy it now, you can buy it now. I frankly don't understand the concept of pre-orders. I don't get why people pre-order anything. Why would you pay ahead of time for anything? And the answer is because you get some free stuff. So if they give you free levels or free characters or free skins or a way to, to put a new suit on your Xbox Live avatar or something, sure, you can pre-order it. But otherwise, why not just keep your money till it comes out? Your question about ethical, I mean, there's no obligation for Bungie to tell anybody anything. If people don't have enough information to make a purchase decision, don't buy it. It's not unethical to take their money ahead of time. I actually don't get the question. This is much like a Kickstarter project. You pay on faith that the thing you're buying is going to turn out. And frankly, I think that publishers have kind of fallen into this trap of loving to brag about pre-order numbers. So they offer them. GameStop wants to capture as many sales as possible, so they promote the hell out of pre-orders because it helps them capture share. I don't get why consumers do it, and I'm sure that many of you will have an opinion and tell me why I'm such an idiot, because of course it always makes sense to pre-order. If you really think there's a risk that a game won't be available on launch day unless you pre-order it, you're really stupid. I get it on consoles. Consoles are in scarce supply. The manufacturers aren't going to flood the market with 25 million consoles on day one. There's going to be 100,000 of them or 200,000 of them. And of course you pre-order that if you really want it. But games, they'll stamp out more discs. They'll offer it as a download. There's no scarcity. So why would you pay ahead of time? So I'm going to repeat that. If you pre-order games and you don't get something for that, you're really stupid. So no, it's not unethical at all. Good for Bungie. I hope they sell a gajillion units of Destiny. But I don't care if they sell them ahead of time or they sell them when it comes out. We have a question from P. Dantus. Mr. Pachter, do you think Nintendo is expanding their eShop services for countries outside the US anytime soon? I'm in Brazil and I fear I won't be able to download the new Wind Waker HD when it comes out. Thanks, Paulo Dantas. Paulo, thanks for using your name. Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that Nintendo is very late to the party with eShop, but so far what I've seen, it actually works quite well. I think that, in classic Nintendo fashion, they did it right. They just did it late. So I think it's their intention that any place that you can download their games, that they're happy to sell them to you. So yes, I think that you'll get them in Brazil. I'm not familiar with the laws in Brazil, so there may be some regulation or some tax that makes it uncompetitive to download games there. I don't think so. I think that Brazil probably is pretty Western in its approach to internet downloads. So my guess is that yes, you'll be able to get it about the same time as it comes out. But other than localization issues, I just don't think that that's a problem at all. At Mark42, the first question is, what do you think of Nintendo re-releasing Wind Waker? No mention of Mario, Metroid, etc. Creative troubles. I think Nintendo is an enigma wrapped up in a question mark. I have no idea what motivates Nintendo to release the games that they release. I think you can safely assume that if Nintendo thinks they can make money re-releasing a game, they're going to re-release the game. So I certainly wouldn't, diss them at all for bringing back Wind Waker, and I would not rule out that because today there's no mention of any other game that they're not going to do that. I think that pretty much anything that is Mario or Zelda is under Miyamoto's control, and I think that Miyamoto is given complete freedom to pick and choose what he wants to work on, what he wants his studios to work on. And I think that he decided Wind Waker would just look great in HD. The demos we saw, it looks pretty great in HD. It's a big franchise, and I think they will sell a lot of units. The only constraint to selling units of Wind Waker is the number of Wii U's out there. So far, not very many, but in time, there's going to be 10, 15, 25 million. And when there are, I think they're going to get a very high attach rate because that audience is super loyal to the Zelda franchise. So, of course, they're also loyal to Mario, but I think you're going to get a new Mario title. You probably get more of these retro titles later on in the Wii U's life cycle. But again, I'm at a complete loss to explain what motivates Nintendo to do anything. They have their own method. It has worked for them for a long time. I would never, ever question their software strategy. I think they do a great job on software. I consistently question their hardware strategy, but not software. I think they know what they're doing. Okay, fellow babies, thanks once again for joining us on this week's Pach-Attack. If you have questions, please direct them to the link below, or you can ask questions on Twitter. I am at Michael Pachter. If you'd like a direct message, follow me on Twitter. If you want a question answered on the show, send it to Michael Pachter and copy Rohan Likes Pants, because Rohan, my producer, picks all the questions for the show. Coffee break. I really like dumb questions, I have to say. I know, then somebody will go, why were you so mean to that guy? He just asked a question.
Well, you have to show both sides.
Oh, it's just a stupid question, sorry. Stupid.
See all of our shows and game reviews now on the brand new GT app on Xbox Live, and the GT Originals iOS app too.
Clicking on the videos to the right of me. Wow.
And you can put right here.
To the right? To my right? To that right?
There we go.
That right, yeah. Okay. Hey, fellow babies, you can check out more Pach-Attack videos on GameTrailers.com by clicking on the videos to the right of me. This is not a profit deal.